years old yet. He's 39, but he's already talking like he's been a coach in the league for 20 years. Everything's wide open. Everybody's got to earn their job. I'm sitting here with a couple of players who probably at least appreciate that mentality, but perception is reality. We saw what happened last year with the end of Hurts. Wentz moving on to Indy. Sirianni coming from Indy to Philly. Good morning. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin presented by Progressive Insurance in 15 minutes. The big sports story from overnight, LeBron James and his comments. We'll get the comments of these guys, though, on decidedly something a little bit lighter. The draft key. The Eagles have the 12th pick. I just want you to hear this in full from Nick Sirianni, and then we'll get your thoughts.
Hold on,
Go ahead. What do you got?
I was listening to Prince.
Yeah, right at
Alan,
the top.
kick that up some more, man.
Did you have the chaps?
No.
Since you love him so much, you had
No,
the chaps.
you don't like Prince?
With your butt out.
Man, come on, man.
I got a Prince guitar.
Alan, man, where's the Prince music, man? Give me some. Turn it back up.
See.
Stop playing with it.
Man,
I want to hear some. He done forgot how to push the buttons now.
We're going to do the hologram.
There could be some money involved to be playing that.
Oh, well, that may be true. We don't want to burn through our sponsor dollars yet, right? There you go. Yeah.
Budget's apparently back up. So.
That's good, though. But
yeah, you're going to get that invoice from that Prince estate.
He's got a lot of
we got a new album coming out.
Yeah, a lot of unreleased music. They have a ton of unreleased music prior to his untimely premature death. Yeah.
Man, have you ever seen him live in concert?
Nah, man.
I probably in
I
my
ain't that
lifetime.
damn old, bro.
What do you mean?
He performed at the Super Bowl. He had a great Super Bowl halftime. Purple Rain in the Rain.
I would say in my lifetime, 12 times. I would say. 12.
So were you Prince or a Michael Jackson fan?
I mean, I enjoyed them both.
You know that's beef.
No, but I enjoyed them both. Different music, different type of music. I mean, it's just different, but I enjoyed them both.
Got it.
What about you, Zubin?
More Michael Jackson.
Did you have the chaps? Did you have the chaps?
Okay, now we need to move on to sports because this dude is talking out of his left ear.
Let the record show for once it wasn't me that wanted to move on to something.
Yes,
in terms of
please.
Sports. It was actually key this time. So
Yes.
mark that one down for the record. Okay, pardon the pun here, but Nick Sirianni didn't want to Purple Rain on Jalen Hurts' parade here. Everybody thought Jalen might be the starter. They got Wentz out. He came in. He played well. Fiasco week 17. Sudfeld, but it kind of feels he's still upset. What?
This dude, I'm just laughing at Bart, man. He's just go ahead, though.
Okay, so
Got a step.
It seems like Hurts has earned the opportunity to be the starter. He's overcome adversity every step of the way, right? Alabama benched, came in for Tua, followed Heisman finalists, winners in Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray at Oklahoma, succeeded in both of those spots, and now he's got the opportunity to overcome his latest challenge in Philly. But the first challenge, apparently, according to Sirianni, is going to be just winning the job outright. It's not going to be handed to Jalen by any means.
To name any starters at this particular time, we've been working with these guys for 2 days, right? We've been working with these guys for 2 days. My biggest thing is competition. Again, we've talked a little bit about my core values. It's my second core value. It's this team's second core value. Competition's a huge thing, and we're going to have competition at every position.
It's time for Straight Talk, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Okay, Keith, pardon the pun here. Should Hurts be chapped at those comments?
Oh, God,
You put it out there.
No, I'm just laughing at it. No, he shouldn't. And I think when you look at it, you're a new head coach. You want to come in and you want to establish yourself and who you are and the way you do things. And if I was a new head coach, I probably would take the Joe Judge approach or something like that, where you don't even have stickers on the side of your helmets until you earn it. You don't even have, the logo. You don't even have the name on the back of your jersey till you earn it. And I think every coach does things differently. In the back of their mind, Jalen Hurts, and if you remember on this show, and Evan could chime in, and Alan as well, if you remember, I said, when Jay Will was here, I said, what's going to happen is they're either going to deal Carson Wentz, and Jalen Hurts is going to be the starter. And this was during the season when Jalen Hurts took over. And we talked about the Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts situation. I said, they're either going to deal him or he comes back and he becomes the starter in a competition in the spring and the summer, and they name Wentz the starter with a quick hook if he's still there. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's Jalen Hurts' job as the starting quarterback until he loses it. Mm-hmm. Now, they have the 12th pick. Do I think they're going to draft a quarterback at the 12th pick? No. But do I think if there's an opportunity somewhere in the draft, whether it's the second to third round, to get back into the late first round, whatever it is, Are they going to add another quarterback that is young as Jalen Hurts to this roster? Yes, absolutely 100%. And that quarterback will push Jalen Hurts as far as they can with Joe Flacco as a veteran in the room teaching these young quarterbacks how to be a professional. This happens at every position, at every level in the National Football League. It's nothing new. I think we're all surprised by Nick Sirianni's comments and being a new head coach when everyone automatically assumes, Bart, that he's the starter by default, which is not necessarily the case.
Well, he's still a young quarterback, so he has to earn his spot. And, I mean, if it really was an open competition, I think Joe Flacco would have an opportunity to be the better quarterback for this team right now, especially early on. There's still a lot for Jalen Hurts to learn, but you're saying he's our future. We're going to allow him to play, but we want him to fight for it a little bit. We want him to earn it. Nick's coming in, and he has to be careful, right? Because, in that locker room, there's still a lot of veteran players that have been there during the glory years. And you have to worry about the fact that he's not going to come in with respect. He's going to have to earn that respect. So for that, he's trying to prove to them that he's a guy that they can trust in the foxhole. Because no matter what, I guarantee you that there's people on that roster that wanted Deuce Staley to be the head coach of that football team, thought he had paid his dues. So they're watching him with a close eye and seeing how he reacts to situations. And you won't know what type of coach this guy is until they have a 2-game losing streak and see what happens. So everybody right now is auditioning, trying to fill each other out. And what he can't do is try and be somebody else. He has to be authentically himself because we'll see through that so quickly, and he'll lose the locker room really fast.
And when you look at it, Jalen Hurts being 1-3 as a starter, didn't play great, didn't play awful, but didn't play great. Didn't play Oklahoma, Alabama football for the 4 games that he was in. He just kind of was getting his feet wet, had a few splash plays here and there, made you, you saw some things. It made you think, okay, I think he'll be okay with time. And that's what you're looking at the quarterback spot. Look, man, he's young. Okay, he's got plenty of time. There's no rush. What's today's date? 22nd or something like that?
Yes, it is, April 22nd.
So yesterday was the 21st of April.
Mm-hmm.
The season doesn't start till September.
Yep.
Why in the hell do I need to name a starter on the 21st of April when I got all this time to make a decision? Anything can happen between now and the start of the season. All of a sudden, not that it'll ever happen, but all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers lands in my lap. It's just
But he gonna learn early on, Key, that's the type of stuff he's going to have to navigate through Philly.
Yeah.
Philly has a very crafty, like New York, very crafty media, and they're going to pull it out of him. And all this energy that he had, his first press conference was a debacle. It was embarrassing. You know what I mean? He seemed super nervous. Now it seems like he's settled in a little bit. But they're going to continue to poke and pry. And if they struggle, we're going to see what he's really made out of because he's going to try and have to come out and say everything without saying nothing.
But do you really take a lot into consideration from a press conference, first press conference, any press conference for a coach in particular, Zubin? Think about it. Unlike me and Bart, every single time or every day that we're in a locker room, you're standing around waiting for us to come in the locker room to ask us some silly-ass questions. He may talk to the media as an assistant coach 5 times throughout the course of a year with snippets and small little bites about a specific player. Layups. Nothing about an entire team and structure. He's asking you, hey, for instance, do you think Zubin's going to be able to go today? How's his right foot? That's all he's getting as an assistant coach. He's not getting tough questions. And so it's probably new to him to be in front of the media and have any type of dialogue that make any sense at all.
I can't wait for the first time management issues, stuff like that, man. We're going to see what this dude made of because they'll chew you up out of it. Listen, they got really nothing else to talk about but the Eagles. Eagles is
I can talk about the Sixers, the Flyers, the Phillies.
Yeah, but, football is different, man.
Bad cheesesteaks.
With Wiz.
Here we go. So we'll see what happens. Last thing I would mention, a lot of people were surprised that Sirianni got the job. Not that he wasn't well thought of in NFL circles, but when the Eagles hired him, there was a little bit of collective head scratching saying, where?
Deuce Staley was right there. He interviewed for the job. He had been there forever, man.
Yeah.
Deuce's interview.
Another black man that lost his job.
Hey, man, we break on our show on time. Calm down. Go, Zubin.
All right. Straight Talk Wire.